Chapter 9. The Statue in the Observatory. As Princess Tulip Morningstar's carriage rolled up the path leading to the prince's castle, she thought there was nothing more breathtaking than the sight of the castle in wintertime. Her father's kingdom was beautiful, yes, but it didn't compare to the princess, especially when it was covered in pure white snow and decorated for the winter solstice. The entire castle was infused with light and glowing brightly in the dark winter night. She had high hopes for this visit and wished nothing more than for the prince to treat her with kindness and love her like he once had. Surely the winter holiday would cheer his sour mood of late and bring him back around to the man she'd fallen in love with that dreamy night at the ball. "Look, Nanny, isn't it beautiful the way the pathway is lined with candlelight?" Nanny smiled and said, "Yes, my dear child, it's very beautiful, even more lovely than I imagined it would be." Tulip sighed. "What is it, Tulip? What's troubling you?" Tulip said nothing. She loved her Nanny dearly and couldn't bring herself to ask what she'd been rehearsing the entire way from her father's kingdom to their destination. "I think I know, dear heart, and don't you fret. I won't give the prince any reason to be upset this visit, I promise you. Nanny will keep her thoughts to herself this time." Tulip smiled and kissed her Nanny on her soft, powdery cheek. "That's right. Give your own Nanny a kiss and forget your troubles. It's solstice, dear, your favorite time of year, and nothing will ruin this for you. I promise you that." The carriage reached the front doors of the castle, where Lumiere was standing, waiting to open her carriage door. "Bonjour, Princess. Aren't you looking as beautiful as always? It is so lovely to see you again." Tulip giggled and blushed, as she often did when Lumiere spoke to her. "Hello, Lumiere. I trust the prince is attending to more pressing matters than taking time to greet his fiancée, who has traveled across the country to visit him for the solstice," grumbled Nanny. Lumiere took it in stride. "Indeed, Nanny. If both of you will follow me, Christian there will take your luggage to your apartments in the east wing." Nanny and Tulip looked at each other in wonder. Usually they would be shown up to their rooms so they might refresh themselves after their long travels, but Lumiere ushered them past many vast and beautiful rooms until they finally arrived at a large door wrapped to look like an extravagant gift with a big gold bowl. "What is this?" Nanny snapped. "Go inside and see for yourself." Tulip opened the giant gift-wrapped door to find a winter wonderland within. There was an enormous oak tree stretching to the very height of the golden-domed ceiling. It was covered in magnificent lights and beautifully ornate finery that sparkled in their glow. Under the tree was an abundance of gifts, and standing among them was the prince, his arms stretched out as he waited to greet her. Tulip's heart was filled with joy. The prince seemed to be in wonderful spirits. "My love, I am so happy to see you." She wrapped her arms around his waist and embraced him. "Hello, my dearest. You are in quite a state from traveling, aren't you? I'm surprised you didn't insist to be taken to your rooms to make yourself presentable before showing yourself." The prince scowled as he were looking at a dirty servant girl and not the woman he loved. "I'm sorry, dear. You're right, of course." Lumiere, always the gentleman, eager to please the ladies, added, "It's my fault, my lord. I insisted she followed me at once. I knew you were excited to show the princess the decorations." "I see. Well, Tulip dear, soon you will be queen in these lands and, more important, queen in this house, and you must learn to decide for yourself what is right and insist upon it. I am sure next time you will make the right choice." Tulip colored a deep crimson, but found the most authoritative voice she could manage. "Yes, my loving prince. Lumiere, if you will show Nanny and me to our rooms so we may ready ourselves for dinner." With that, she left the room without even a kiss for the prince, for she was rushing to avoid letting him see she was on the verge of tears. How dare he suggest she was unseemly to come into his company upon her arrival? Did she look so grotesque? Lumiere seemed to hear her very thoughts. "As I said when you arrived, dear princess," he said, You look beautiful as always. Do not heed the master's words. He has been rather distracted as of late." Nanny and Tulip just looked at each other, wondering what this visit had in store.